Here are 17 purchases to add more adventure to your life. Now, these aren't adventure survival kits like water bottles, glasses, rechargeable batteries. These are 17 things that I have personally used, something to add more fun or levity to your day-to-day activities. Maybe it's a new hobby, maybe it's a new skill, maybe it's a new way to get around. And just note that this is just my personal opinion, and I'm sure there's a bunch of things out there that I'm missing that I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's just get right into the list of the 17 adventure purchases. Let's start by going right outside the box with purchase number 1, which is a slackline. One of my favorite things to add balance, which is great because I practice Ninja Warrior. There's a lot of skills you can get into it, like trampolining, and you can bring it almost anywhere. You just need 2 solid things like a tree. There's ways to change the difficulty, and when you finally be able to walk across, it feels really good. Definitely feels like you've unlocked a human skill that not a lot of people possess. A lot of people fall down by just standing up. You're looking at about $80, which is on the higher side on this list. Number 2, being a river raft. If you have any body of water around you, getting one of these things just at Walmart for about $50 allows you to have this exploratory pirate adventure that you normally wouldn't have. You'll be out in the waters looking like discount Jack Sparrow. Swimming is great, but being able to travel further with less energy always feels like you're unlocking something new. Whether you have water or not. Number 3 brings back your childhood, which is an RC remote control vehicle. It unlocks this childhood memory in the sense of fun that it's a reason for you to just be outside and just control these things no matter what the environment is. Whether going for a hike, on the mountains, in a field, in water. People might be staring at you as a full-grown adult playing with a toy car, but if you're 2 and you get to race around, now they'll be staring at 2 full-grown adults playing with cars. So on the lower end at about $15 just to be able to drive around, but the more adventurous or extreme environments you get into, you're looking more about $70. But speaking about getting around, category number 2 is about transportation, other ways to get around in this beautiful land. And the highest cost object here is number 4, which is a bicycle. Just being able to travel and experience the world with a bike gets you places much faster than you would just walk or if you would just hike. You get to see way more things, you get to go at a faster speed, and the reason why I kind of have this in, even though it's a higher price, because it will save you a lot of gas if you decide to do a lot more commutes this way. A normal bike, you're looking at $200, but if you want to be able to take this bike to do BMXing or even mountain biking, if you decided to upgrade it that way, you can look up to $2,000. But if you don't have that option, let's go to number 5, which is rollerblading. These death traps are so scary. I remember the first time going down a hill rollerblading on these, scariest thing of my life. But you can learn a lot of tricks, and maybe that sense of danger is something you're looking for. Looking at about $60 for the wheel equivalent of a saw trap, you know what? No matter how scary it was, I don't regret a single second. I regret hours. Purchase number 6, longboarding. It's a lot smoother ride, you go a lot faster, you can learn a bunch of different tricks on it, which actually looks super cool and doesn't take as long as you think. But the longboarding community is actually very, very welcoming. Longboarding might be that option. And our third category, if you're looking ways to work out or you don't want to be in the gym and you want to spice out your fitness, well, purchase number 7 is a skipping rope. I personally don't like running, so this is a great way to work on cardio, or we just want to learn some of these tricks. I remember as a kid, we always had this charity or this fundraiser that had to do with skipping rope. And you always have the ones taking it seriously, trying to get as many skips as they can. You have the ones trying to do that double skips and smacking your shins, which could have been some people's introduction to BDSM, or figuring out a bunch of different tricks. And it's super cheap. You can get them at the dollar store or a higher quality one, looking at about $10. And other things for bodyweight fitness, or if you're looking to get into Ninja Warrior, is number 8, which is a rope. A fitness climbing rope is only about $60, and you can set it up wherever you like. And I have a full tutorial on how to actually do rope climb, the fun way, new skill, and you can almost put it wherever you like so that you don't have people staring at you when you're trying to figure out how to climb. And then you have fitness rings, in which you're looking at about $40. Again, you can do calisthenics on it, such as doing different variations of push-ups, pull-ups, which is really great for beginners, which leads into advanced moves, or you can use it for just Ninja Warrior and swinging. It can be a fun thing that unlocks your childhood skills, or it can be something you take super seriously. Or both. Who said you have to choose? But category number 4, reasons to go outside. Purchase number 10 is the premium geocaching app. Geocaching is an app that you have on your phone which can be free, which is a scavenger hunt in order to find these containers that are just spread out throughout your entire city or any city that you are in. The premium option, which is $30 a year, allows you to just have way more options, varying on difficulty, and it just allows you to do more things in your area. You might be limited. It's an option, not necessary, but the price is very hard to beat. Or you can get a scavenger hunt book, which is about $30, which just gives you another reason to go outside, have a scavenger hunt, write it down. Sometimes we're kind of the people that like paper, that like to write things down, you bunch of nerds. I don't know why I connected paper with nerds. Maybe book? Yeah, you're reading a book, you nerd. Or you're more sporty. For purchase number 12, you are looking for just a simple ball. There's a bunch of different solo games that you can do with a simple ball. Only costs about $12. You can get a volleyball, basketball, soccer, or even just a ball that you can throw, tennis, any other reason why you can go outside and do some sort of very simple physical activity. It's one of those things that I would much rather prefer than just running or just trying to be outside. I like having a reason, and fun games is just another fun reason to be outside. Because you know what I say, guys and balls. Men love sports all the time. That's the analogy, men in sports. Come on. Purchase number 13 kind of breaks all the rules I kind of mentioned, only because I really love these. These are wireless headphones. They're also considered adventure-proof because they're waterproof, mud-proof. You can use these in any conditions, and I just love these. They're about $200, but just having something to listen to while you're out on your adventures, if you want to listen to music, a podcast, audiobook, just gives you another thing to do while you're outside, and sometimes that is enough. But category number 5, let's get a bunch of new skills, new discoveries out there, such as purchase number 14 is a guitar. Now, learning music is very simple. You can get one for about $100, but a lot of people see this skill and think, oh, it must take forever, must take long for me to get to be able to feel like a musician. It doesn't take that long to learn guitar. It's a lot easier than you think. I actually have a tutorial on how to learn your first song. Maybe you'll just learn basic songs that you love, or you'll be the next Ed Sheeran and John Mayer. Another reason for me to cry myself to sleep. Number 15 is just a simple deck of cards you can get at the dollar store for $4. There's so many simple magic tricks or sleight of hand tricks that you can learn while you're just sitting down, stuck somewhere. With this simple deck of cards, you can unlock this world of magic and illusion and sleight of hand and trickery. Maybe you'll become the next David Blaine and be able to swallow a fish whole and then vomit it back out, which is real, like he actually did that. Or you'll learn how to cheat in poker. Either way, you'll get something out of it. And number 16 is just rock climbing shoes. This one's not necessary. It'll get you about $110. But if you're looking to get into rock climbing, I strongly recommend having your own because you don't have to put your feet in somewhere else where a bunch of other feet have been. If you want to get into rock climbing outside, then you already have your first major purchase, which is actually the biggest purchase that you are going to need to make. And money-wise, you usually have to pay for renting shoes. So if you think you're gonna go rock climbing at least more than 12 times, I would get it. But it's just another reason for you to get into rock climbing, which is something I really like. That was the first step for me to take this thing a little bit more seriously. But the last purchase, category 17, is something for your future. Now, what I mean by that is something that gives you the motivation or reason for you to look forward towards your next adventures, to your next experiences. A simple thing would be a piggy bank in which you're slowly putting loose change, or you're just putting those adventure ideas in there to help get close to your goal. Maybe getting a big whiteboard that allows you to write down all your ideas. Maybe it's just your to-do list or your big bucket list ideas. Having it big and broad right up there that you can look at it at the beginning of every single day might motivate you to do something even more. Or you just have a simple journal where you write down your ideas, your points, something to get your ideas in your mind out there, or be able to create a concrete plan. Either way, the world is full of adventure and is full of skills that you can add more to your adventure repertoire. And I'd love to see what you guys decide to build up and what you guys decide to become more adventurous, better, and fun every single day. So what do you think? Which one of these purchases are you most excited for that you want to get first to add to your Batman tool belt of adventure options? And are there any of them that I have missed? Which ones would you strongly recommend to people? Put them down in the comments below and I love to see them. And if you have any other adventure gear or skills, you can always share them with me. Hit me up on social media. And while I'm looking at what my next thing I'm gonna get, I will see you at the next adventure.